I am Kryon. Much love to you. In this time of awakening, this understanding of who you are. Yes, it's disturbing to many because they have to leave their comfort zones of all knowledge, reach into the knowledge banks of their existence. Many find it very hard to do that. They'd much rather be in this small state of mind. That way they feel safe. They're not willing to leave a place of safety. And at this time they feel a place of safety. And bringing up your aliens and spiritual existence brings around nothing but fear. That brings the soul into a place of exploration that it wishes not to explore. And in that exploration, it is quite difficult for humanity to go in that direction. It is locked into its belief systems, unwilling to let go, as you can tell. Only thing is to show them who you are and not to leave your belief systems because of them. Hold on to it, cherish it, as many of you are, but not to get discouraged. Because there's many beings here that would most likely happy to pull you away back into their corner of limitations, of self-doubt. We become more knowledgeable of yourself. Self-doubt disappears. And that is a skill of full understanding that it's quite hard for many to fully connect with. It is a challenge of just being you in an environment of those that are not used to being themselves. It's a version of them, but not the correct them. It is not the correct. It is part of them, yes, the person they play, but there's so much more that they're not realizing that they're scared to even connect with. Because everyone thinks they might be crazy or insane. Because they see these things too. They just brush it off as nothing. Everyone sees these apparitions around you. Especially beings around you that are bringing a great amount of negativity. They're the most seen. But the positive ones are seen also, especially those that are involved in car accidents and escape it without a scratch. And they know there's another essence going on, but they're still afraid to connect to it. Because most of them are not ready. But to fully push away what is you is not doing anyone justice, but is part of mankind on this world to follow what it feels right. And they are following what they feel right as for the direction of this reality. But many of you are becoming more attuned to the vibrations of the higher energies, becoming more of an ascended master, becoming you, but more of yous as you multiply, as you ascend, and others will follow you eventually. But yes, it's like they're in a study at this time. And to remove themselves from that study, as for learning, is impossible for them to disconnect from. I imagine that makes sense to many of you. Your political climate, yes, it is what your society wishes to experience. It is there for a reason. Your economy is there for a reason because your society wishes to experience it. It can always kick it out, but many will have difficulties connecting with that. Many difficulties connecting to leaving the norm, walking away from the norm, not seeing this norm any longer will cause outrage among many. A total disconnection from what they feel as home and what many are in the spirit world are giving you. It's more of an expression, a free expression of how far you can go. The multiple yous, the multiple person, as you connect to your other aspects, you will see that you go on forever. In this limited environment, is this nothing but isolation. So this treasure of knowledge is only going to expand. Where those that are not ready for all this will either way eventually acknowledge of existence far more what they wish to explore. It is another way of seeing it as for a spiritual expression of understanding, is realizing that you are going on vacation away from this reality and going to the one you much rather prefer, and others find that troublesome and wish to keep you a part of their reality, the one that's been controlling them where they feel at home. So it's hard for them to release that, to realize you are on your path. Some of them will force you back, some of them will let you go and just label you as they need to, just to understand it, because many do not understand the spiritual connections that have to label as something. Even if some of it might be negative, some of it might be positive. Either way, it's a direction to get to you. And they need an understanding of what you are. For the most part, they do not have that clear understanding. One moment. Yes, the stairwell of knowledge is opening up to you. The stairwell of knowledge is an ocean of all things that will just expand you in such a way where going back to the old ways is impossible. Especially when you can cure your ailments, cure your depressions, and just see the world and the universe in a much more positive way. Instead of being so isolated to this one thought pattern, there are many thought patterns to go on and on and on, unlimited. What you are in experience is a limited vibration reality. And many over thousands of years have been chipping away at it, letting your universe, your world know, your universal world, realize there is so much more. And the rest of your planet, for the most part, discount it and push it away. And wish not to be fully connected with themselves, because the comfort zone is too attractive for them. It is a place where they feel like they have built on their own. Ancestors have built this limited vibration. But it's always up to you to move away from that vibration. Finally find what brings happiness. And that's what this is all about. Is finding happiness. It's finding where you want to be and not having limitations any longer. And many in your reality are so used to limitations, it's difficult for them to let go of that and see another way. They will not let it go. They will hold on to it for dear life. They will sacrifice themselves just to keep you in their reality. Many go into depression that you're attempting more to yourself, and many find it very difficult to see you finding yourselves and going to the direction of happiness. It is difficult for many to fully know thyself, but not possible. Much less.